So it's kind of exciting. It's blueberry season, at least the beginning of it. And I thought that we would go out and check on them. I got a small handful last week. They were just starting to get ripe. So maybe today they're ripe, and maybe I'll actually find some, a decent amount, because I kind of want to make some fresh blueberry muffins. So cross your fingers that I actually have all the stuff to do it. I think I do. I mean, if I need milk or buttermilk, I have them both in their dried form. I've got flour, I've got butter, I've got eggs. All I need are fresh blueberries. Yes, I could make them with frozen blueberries, because I still have a lot. But you know what? It sounded like more fun to make them with fresh. So, cross your fingers that we actually find some berries. I really wish that they would hurry up and get smell-o-vision, although I guess it would be used for a lot of terrible pranks. But milkweed, when it blooms, smells amazing. It's a little bit like lilac, but sort of with a spicy under scent, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but milkweed smells absolutely stupidly good. And I'm trying to encourage it to grow on my property, but it's never taking. Like every year when the milkweed fluffs out and starts spreading its seeds, I gather some of the pods and I scatter them all around, but none have taken root yet. They're getting closer though. I remember about 5-ish years ago, there was only 1 or 2 milkweed plants out here, and somebody had planted them, and now they're everywhere. Which is awesome, because also we get a ton of monarch butterflies now. So we're going to turn this way. It's a little sad looking this year because they came through and logged a bunch. And they do selective logging, but it still looks like absolute crap for a couple of years. I guess it's better than clear cutting though. But yeah, sadly, this was also an area that had lots and lots of blueberries that I'm not expecting to be here since they were driving around with the big trucks and stuff. But it's kind of hard to believe that they did as much tree cutting as they did through this, since they did selective and not clear cutting. There's still a lot of green, which is good. Anyway, gonna stick you back in my pocket till we maybe find some berries. That would be good. So I'm not too far beyond the cutting, and I was getting a little bit worried, but it looks like the berry crop is going to be perfect. So I am going to pick some berries. That's so awesome. I thought I was going to have to go so much further out to actually find any berries that weren't kind of mowed over. Not too bad. Alright, gonna pick this patch. Alright, so out of this little patch, honestly it wasn't a very big patch, I got that many berries. Not too bad for the first little bit. I guess we'll move on and see what else we find. Also, for later in the season, if I can find them again, there are huckleberries. There's some over there. Or what my mom always called high bush blueberries. They're a little bit seedier, They have bigger seeds in them than low bush blueberries or regular blueberries, but they're actually pretty good too. I think they're a little bit sweeter. You just have to deal with a few more seeds to crunch through. But yeah, I think those are huckleberries, I think. Don't quote me on it, because I am definitely not a naturalist or a botanist, but it's pretty good. I try and pick... Oop, I see some that I missed. Uh-oh. I missed an entire bush here. But yeah, I try to pick clean so that I don't have to deal with too many stems when I get home and wash them. Yeah, that one doesn't look all that great. But yeah, I try to pick clean, and I try to not damage the plants. That one's a little bit on the red side, so it can go back to be eaten by something. If nothing else, the bugs eat them. But yeah, wild blueberries at least are very, very small, so it's going to take a lot to make up enough to make muffins. Let's get to it. I should have brought either a bigger container or more containers, because the berries are amazing this year. Look at all of them. I think the coolest thing about blueberries is, at least the wild ones, the variety, because you have your light blue ones and your dark blue ones, and just how many berries are on each bush. Like, it's kind of insane. I'm gonna pick a couple more, but my container is pretty much full. That's okay. It just means that I can come back out and pick more berries if I want. They're pretty big this year too, I mean for wild ones. I know that these are nothing compared to the size of blueberries that you buy in the store. And is it easier to just go get store-bought berries? Yep, it is. But I don't know. I can't know that these are out here and not pick them. I mean, there's something about, well, part of it is I just really like free. And yeah, don't at me. I know that these aren't free. They're taking my time. But you know what? I am out in nature. I'm listening to music. I just stumbled across 2 deer. I saw a really cute little snake. Of course, didn't have the camera out because I was busy picking berries. But that's okay. I also like that this year there are so many loaded bushes that I'm able to actually be picky and not pick every single berry, especially the tiny ones that are never quite as juicy. So that's kind of cool. And it makes a good variety. I remember when I first came up back to the Upper Peninsula, I wasn't sure if the dark ones and the light ones were actually both blueberries. So I looked it up. And yeah, they are. I don't know how we ended up with the different variety, because they grow side by side. In fact, sometimes they'll grow on the same plant, which is funny. But we did. One thing I have noticed is the dark ones tend to end up a little bit bigger and a little bit juicier than the light colored ones. But I think the light colored ones are a little bit sweeter. So you just pick them both. It works out well. Anyway, I am going to put these berries away and I'm going to stop picking and just enjoy my walk, because this, if I can seal it, is full. Probably definitely should have gotten at least one more container. But I think this is more than enough to make some muffins. And that'll be good. It's Really kind of a beautiful day. I probably should have gone out in the kayak and seen if I could get some more underwater pictures, but oh, I wish all those strawberries had strawberries on them. You know, it's funny, blueberries are just about the only berry that it is safe to send me out to pick. I really wish my container wasn't full. Oh well. Because I don't mind them, but they're not my favorite. I'll eat a couple of them, and then the rest of them get baked into treats or frozen for pancakes later, etc. Which I don't even eat those. Because for whatever reason, even though I love fruit, I don't like fruit when it's cooked. Which is a shame because I love baking stuff and making stuff with fresh fruit and all of that, but most of it goes into either my son or my neighbor's stomachs. I love the tracks. I don't know if I can focus in, if I can get any of them clearly. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's turkey tracks. It's kind of fun. Like, you don't always get to see the animals, but a lot of times it's fun just seeing what makes, what they leave behind. I babble a lot. Oh, it is so pretty out here. Of course, now that I have the camera out, none of the wildlife that I saw while the camera was in my backpack is going to come out and say hello, but oh well. That's okay. Oh, what are you? Are you wintergreen? Oh, it is. It's wintergreen. That's a tasty treat. I love wintergreen berries because they stay bright and red all winter. Not sure if that's why they're called wintergreen. My mom called them tea berries, so maybe they're tea berries. I don't know. They're pretty good, though. One of these days, I'm going to take an online course or just do a little bit of Google foo and see what else is edible out here. I'm sure a lot of stuff out here is edible. And I don't know, there's something satisfying about just walking out and gathering your own food. I mean, it's time consuming, but that's okay. Like I said, is it easier to go to the store and just grab it? Yeah. But there's something special about either food that you grow or forage for yourself. Philosophical today? Not really. The deer were really cute. I looked up and I was actually going to reach for my camera when they took off again. They were bouncing along through the woods and they saw me and they just like pulled up short. And we just had this stare off for probably almost a minute and a half. And I was like, maybe? Because they were just looking at me, shaking their heads to get the flies off. And I was like, well, maybe if I reach really slow for my backpack, I can get out my camera. And they did really good till I got my backpack and was lifting it up. And then they were like, nope, we're out. Oh well. 'Tis the breaks. You know, it's funny, walking in sand like this, is almost as bad as walking in snow. Or I guess I should say walking in snow is almost as bad as walking in sand. I feel like I fill up this dead air with a lot of deep sighs. Oh my god, there's still so many blueberries. You gotta love it though. I don't think I would be able to, on a good year like this, to pick all of these berries. I used to feel guilty. I used to be like, well, I should range out farther and farther and find patches that nobody goes to and leave the other patches for like the campers and stuff. And then it hit me that most of the time, very few people are out here picking these berries. Oh my god, there's so many. Look at all the berries. That's so cool. I guess a lot of people don't want to go jumping into the underbrush just to get something that they could probably pick up at your local grocery store for a couple bucks. That is the biggest risk in berry picking, the risk of ticks. But I sprayed up pretty good before I left, so I hope, knock on wood, it'll be fine. I'll do a tick check when I get home. Oh my god, so many under this tree. Deeply regretting not bringing more containers. The good thing is blueberry season lasts about, there's usually about 2 really good weeks of picking, and then about 3 weeks where you have to do a lot more hunting. Sometimes those are my favorite. Because it's really funny. Like, initially, I usually just pick these that are growing along the roadside. And then in a couple weeks, when all of this is more picked over between the humans and the animals, then I'll start venturing deeper into the bush. Which is funny because that's actually where a lot of the bigger berries are. So I should just start out there. But I never do. It's okay though. Oh, aren't you pretty? Can I get you actually on the camera? Probably not. I'm probably focused on the wrong spot. Obviously what you do is just walk up quietly. And there he goes. I love dragonflies. Even if I don't always get them on camera because I can't really see through the glare of the sunlight. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know if it's a BS excuse, but that is my excuse. Also, I am babbling a lot. I'm sorry. It's okay, though. I guess rather than babble, I should probably put you guys away. But maybe keep you close at hand in case any cool wildlife pops out. Oh, actually, I wanted to show. This is really pretty cool. Try not to step on all the blueberries. I love this moss. Oh, this isn't the crunchy stuff. Usually when you step on this white moss, it crunches. It's kind of crunchy. It's just cool. I love all these mosses and stuff out here. It's pretty. And a lot of times you find blueberry bushes in it. Anyway, I'm going to get back to actually just walking. If anything cool pops up, I'll try and get it on camera. That looks like a perfect little cushion. I kind of love it. I have no idea what kind of moth or butterfly that is, but it has extra wings. It's so pretty.